Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Precious Metal Summit here in Zurich. It's day one, and now we are moving to Australia to a really interesting company, I must say, Medallion Metal. And Paul Bennett, the managing director, is here with us for the first time. Hey, great to see you. Thanks for taking the time.
It's a pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, Medallion Metal, can you shortly give us a little overview on the company as you are the first time on Commodity TV?
Certainly. Medallion's quite a unique, somewhat simple opportunity in the pre-production gold space in Western Australia. It's an opportunity to unlock a significant amount of value in the short term, and that's coupled with a broader strategic potential, which we're really just beginning to understand the magnitude of. But we're focused on developing the Ravensthorpe Gold Project and then processing that mineral resource through the Forestania processing infrastructure, which we've just transacted on.
Yeah.
And so that has been what's unlocked the value of the business over the last 6 to 12 months in conjunction with supportive commodity prices as well.
Yeah, okay, super. I saw in your news releases that you are in the processing with all the permits and everything.
Yep.
So you had a milestone there for Ravensthorpe and also with the Forestania acquisition. So please, can you elaborate a little bit more in detail what's going on there?
Yeah, the end of 2025 and into 2026 will be packed with positive news flow, and that's around the de-risking milestones associated with the business, principally permitting. We expect to have a federal permit or clarity on the federal permitting before the end of this calendar year.
Wow.
We'll also release the results of the feasibility study before the end of the calendar year as well, and then looking to roll into project development in early 2026 with a view to first metal production late 2026, early 2027. And that'll also incorporate the closure of the transaction with IGO as well. So a lot going on in the business, a lot of de-risking milestones. In addition to that, we'll be remobilising drills to the project in early 2026 as well to test some extensional targets at the Ravensthorpe deposit as well.
Super. As you're in the Southern Cross Gold Belt, which is really famous, I would call it, yeah? So what are your grades? What does your project look like? What, let's say, implied first mine life you think you have? What is the CapEx?
Yeah, so the feasibility study will be out before the end of the year.
Yeah, but just give us an idea. Are we
An
talking
idea?
about 500 million or 200 million?
No. So we can go back to the scoping study, which was at least a year ago, and that's a reasonably good template for us to talk about this. So the upfront capital was $73 million Australian.
That's nothing.
Because we're using quite a bit of established infrastructure, so that is a tailwind for us to get into production quickly and at minimal capital cost. The all-in sustaining costs were $1,845 an ounce. That's Australian again.
Exactly.
And it's net the byproduct credit. So we have a copper and a silver byproduct.
Oh.
It's principally a gold mine, but with some copper and silver byproduct credits as well. And that project produced 340,000 ounces over a 5.5-year mine life. So on average, 70,000 ounces per annum over that period, which was a gold equivalent number. So roughly 15% of the project revenues are coming from the copper and the silver.
Okay, super. Do you have any offtakes? I think Trafigura is.
That's correct. We've just mandated Trafigura to arrange concentrate offtake, the Doré offtake, and also a project finance facility for up to US $50 million. And that'll be the key foundational piece of capital which we then build the project around.
Super. So if I recap, you have already project financed in that sense.
It's not credit approved, but we've mandated Trafigura and we're very confident that we'll get to that credit approved offer.
Yeah, because they want your concentrate.
Indeed.
They need that. We know them well. That's super.
Yeah.
Perfect. What are your biggest shareholders? What is management share in the company?
Yeah, management's sitting there with 2%. That's principally me. I've been with the business now for over 10 years. We ran the business, funded the business privately for 5 years before listing it in 2021. So this has been a long-term endeavour for me and the founders. We've now, over the last 12 months, developed quite a significant high-quality institutional presence. Franklin Templeton recently went substantial, Lion Selection, Lowell, who are names that are prominent in the junior resources space in Australia as well. So it's been great to have that institutional endorsement. We haven't had that in the past, but those investors who are experts in our end of the sector are really endorsing the asset, the strategy and the team. And that's been a very positive signal for us to send to the market.
Yeah, definitely. Those are big names, I would call it.
Yeah.
So percentage-wise, what is in strong hands on your share capital?
Institutions hold 25 to 30%. The founding shareholders, who've never sold a share, they've been there for nearly a decade, have another 30%. So a solid 60 to 70% of the business with those long-term holders.
Super fantastic. So I could imagine the first priority is to really bring Ravensthorpe into production. What would you, or let's say, what is your business vision then for the years to come?
Yeah, it's 70,000 ounces per annum is just the first base for us. There's a substantial growth ambition beyond that. I think that the mine life will extend from Ravensthorpe. So we will see both mine life and production rate, I'm confident, will extend and increase from that project. And then further to the north at Forrestania, that is a gold field, an historically important gold field, which has been locked in a nickel business for a generation. And we see a range of opportunities there to build a gold inventory close to the Forrestania processing plant. And we'll hit the ground running there in 2026. And we think we'll have some quick and easy wins there and begin to introduce the Forrestania deposits into the production profile and look to extend that mine life, extend that annualised rate of metal production.
Super. So you want to really build it, operate it, and have fun.
Absolutely.
As long as possible.
Yeah.
Super.
Yeah.
So we want to have that too, Paul. Thank you very much. That was really interesting. I really must have a very close look onto your company. And please go in production because the world needs your gold.
Indeed.
Super.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that was Paul Bennett, the Managing Director of Medallion Metal. And you heard it. They will go in production and that go really, really rapidly. So from here, probably 15 months and they are in. Trafigura is in the play here. They get the money and to be honest, 73 million Australian dollars to build a mine in that sense, to really get in production. That's nothing in the space. So really make sure 60 to 70% of the shareholders shares are really in strong hands. That is fantastic. Make sure you make your due diligence on this fantastic company. Thanks for watching us and bye-bye from the Precious Metal Summit in Zurich.